So now I'm recording, and then I will have Marilyn. Do you want to go over what you were going to go over, and then we can answer questions?
Yes. Hi, everyone. Welcome. It's nice to see everybody. I just want to say, I want to stress just two things, and that is the change of clothes, three things actually. Change of clothes. If you can please bring a Ziploc bag with your child's name on it, with extra clothes to be kept in the Mansfield park inside, in case, your child gets wet or whatever can happen. Sometimes we have children that have missing socks for some reason and so on. So stuff like that. Also regarding the emergency contact that you have to fill out. I know some parents just have mom and dad. If you can have a neighbor or someone else, because if you only have mom and dad and then you're stuck in traffic, something happens, I have no one there. And so I am not able to release your child, and I would have to start calling you. You don't answer, call Claire, and so on. So it's always good to have a neighbor or grandma, grandpa, brother, sister, what have you, so that there's that third person. Any questions? Nope. Okay. And then drop off, unless it has changed. This is my understanding. Parents will not be going inside the facility. So I believe it's curb. Claire, correct me if I'm wrong. So, no?
For Mansfield, we're going to do it like at the door.
Oh, at the door of the building. Okay.
Yeah, because the curb of Mansfield can get crowded. So it just makes more sense to do it
Okay.
at the door.
All right. Well, we have a lot planned for the kids. I think they're going to have a great time. I know I will, because we have a lot of stuff planned for them, a lot of crafts. I have nice staff that's joining me this year. And I think we're going to have a great time. And if you have any questions ever, any concerns, please address them, bring them to me. Thank you.
I am just going to add in a little bit of information. So for we are going to have the library come in and read some stories to the Kidventure kids. Marilyn, do you know off the top of your head when the library is coming to Kidventure?
It's usually on Tuesdays, and I believe we have 4 visits, unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, and it's always on Tuesday. And if it's the same person, she's wonderful. She's a very good reader, very enthusiastic, and the kids really had a nice time with her.
Yeah, I think it'll be the same person. Great. Marilyn, so you plan to do the water play on certain days, right?
Yes. Tuesday and Thursday. So if you can please bring your child with the sunscreen on already, and also the bathing suit. And I know that boys, they have shorts that kind of look like they're bathing suits, but they kind of look like shorts, and then they have a t-shirt over. And then the girls normally just wear their bathing suits underneath. That way we don't have to be in and out of the bathroom and waiting. And then somehow, it gets a little bit busy. And that way we can just have them go in the bathroom, leave the bathing suit on, take off the other clothes, and head out, have fun.
I have a quick question regarding that.
Mm-hmm.
If my daughter's only signed up Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so does that mean she's going to miss every single water day, since you said Tuesday and Thursday?
No, I think, I think, Marilyn, you said it's Tuesday and Friday.
Friday. Oh, that is
my fault. Yes,
that is my fault. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, great.
I must be thinking. Thank you for saying that, because I was incorrect. I know Sarah and I talked about it, but I must be thinking of something else on Thursday.
That's totally fine. Thank you for clarifying.
Yes, Thursday and Friday. Thank you so much for correcting me.
All right. And then, so Marilyn kind of touched on this before, but make sure that if anyone is picking up your child, they have to be listed on your authorization sheet. And then if they're not listed and there's somebody else that you need to get picked up, just send me an email and write, so I have it in writing, and then I'll get the note to Kidventure.
Oh, one more thing, if I may. Also, water shoes, please bring your child with water shoes. Sometimes in the past, they come in with gym shoes and they will get wet. So we can't let them go outside and play in, in the water section unless they have shoes on. So that means they would have to wear the gym shoes, and I would hate to send them home with wet gym shoes. So remember that too. And I had something else. Oh yes, and also an extra towel. If you can bring an extra towel, that would be good. Thank you so much.
I have a quick question.
Sure.
So are you guys planning to do the water activities towards the end of the camp day or throughout the whole thing? Like, are they gonna have to change out of their bathing suits, or are they gonna be sent home in the bathing suits? Like wet bathing suits? I'm just not sure how that's gonna work.
I don't have my schedule with me. I believe that it's from 11 a.m. to 11:30, and then they have lunch. I have to check my schedule. So they can just, take off the wet swimsuit and go back to the clothes that they had. So I would need a bag. If you can bring, that's a very good question. Bring a plastic bag with.
So they're gonna change every day back into dry clothes, but start the day with a bathing suit on. Is that right? So I'm
Yes.
understanding we should
Well,
send them dry underwear.
It's only 2 days a week. It'll be the Tuesday and Friday,
Yeah.
those 2 days. So then that one day, if it's say a Tuesday that your child comes in, your child will come in with the bathing suit on and the clothes over, of course. And then after, they're done, she or he can go back in the bathroom, take off the wet clothes, bathing suit, and then put on the clothes that he or she came in with. And we'll put him in a bag in the backpack.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, so I did just want to point out that if you ever need to get a hold of the camp during the camp day, they do have a site cell phone. So that site cell phone number is 224-415-1126. And it is also in the parent manual on page 4, if you're ever looking for it.
I have a quick question. I'm sorry.
Sure.
Are children, so this is Kidventure, correct?
Yes.
So these are children ages 3 and 4?
Yes,
For the-
ages 3 and 4.
Are they expected to be able to take off the wetsuit by themselves, or will somebody be assisting them? So I'm not sure how do you do that in the past summer camps?
I'm sorry. In the past, they've done it themselves.
Okay.
They know how to do that. We just kind of like, we stay out, they're in the bathroom, and the bathroom door, we don't have a door. So it's just open. And
Okay.
sometimes they'll go like in the stall.
Okay.
And I just, normally what we do is just peek, make sure they're okay, and come back out. But,
Got it.
I never helped anyone. They did fine. The kids did fine. The gym shoes and socks, I did help.
Okay.
They
Thank
had
you.
a hard time. They had a hard time with that.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I had a question to review everything we need to send our child with every day. So every day, you want to bring, Marilyn, are they bringing an extra set of clothes to keep there, right? So they don't have to bring that every day.
No, just to keep, and then we have a shelf, and I'll put them up there, so make sure they're labeled.
Okay. So
That's just in case.
Sure. They'll need a water bottle, and they'll need a sack lunch every day. And then on water days, that will come in a swimsuit, and then come with a towel.
I'm sorry, I have a quick question. So for the kids that are due the Monday, Wednesday, Friday, they do need a sack lunch, or are they released before lunchtime?
No, they do eat lunch there, so they'll need a lunch.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
What time, may I ask, what time do they eat lunch? Because we're only 9 to noon, right?
It's
11:30.
They don't, okay. Or sorry,
Or you can bring a snack if you know, if your
Okay.
child is having lunch with you at home, just,
Okay.
bring a snack.
Yeah, are there guidelines about peanut butter? I see that in the comments. Do we have like
Yes.
nut-free requirements or what
We
are
are
we?
peanut free. Peanut and tree nut free. Put that in there.
I have a question.
Sure.
In regards to the sack lunch, can it be a like cooler lunch bag, just to keep any of like fruits or anything cold?
Yeah, so we have a refrigerator to be able to keep lunches in if they need it.
Would you prefer a sack lunch, or does it matter if it's a reusable lunch box or bag?
We prefer, for right now, the guidelines do say a sack lunch that we can throw away. But
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay. So many good questions. Does anyone have another one?
Hi, yes, I have another question.
Sure.
I just want to know, what is the ratio of, like adults to children?
Sure. So we keep, for this age group, we keep a 1-to-8 ratio.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I had a quick question. For water shoes, are like Crocs fine or some kind of flip-flops?
No flip-flops, only because it's on the grass.
Yeah.
We don't know what's going to be on the grass, little pebbles or, little sticks. So I prefer, if they can be closed, it would be better.
Yeah.
I really don't know what kind of shoes are made nowadays, but I know last year a lot of them were the ones that were closed. They just, stick your foot in.
All right.
What about masks? What's the requirement like for masks outside during water play? I would be curious about that.
So if we're outside, as long as we're doing activities that we can keep separated, we can take our masks off. So if the kids are like super hot and they need a break from the masks, we can just do an activity that the kids don't need to be right near close to each other.
But otherwise they'll have them on outside?
So if we can social distance, we can have them off.
So are they going to be expected to wear them outside for the most part?
As of right now, yes. But if it's too hot or they need a break, we'll switch activities.
Okay.
I had a question about masks too, which is that if the recommendations change later on in the summer and the masks are no longer required according to state rules, but I want my child to still be masked, will the counselors be able to sort of help remind him and things like that if I ask?
Certainly.
Okay.
Yep. For sure.
And then in follow-up to that, I was also just wondering, do you know what the percentage of the staff that is vaccinated is?
We are not currently asking our staff whether they're vaccinated or not. We encourage our staff to be vaccinated, but right now we're not asking whether they are.
Okay.
I have a quick question, going back to the whole water days and the shoes and everything. I just want to understand. So we are not sending a pair of shoes that the kids need to change into every day at camp. So there's not going to be shoes left at Mansfield Park. So the shoes they go with, the shoes they'll come back home with, except on water days when they're wearing their water shoes, we are required to send an extra pair of shoes for them to change into. Correct?
Marilyn, do they need it?
Sometimes no, because they would be dry. I had parents that only the children just would come in with their water shoes because they kind of look like gym shoes. So by the time we would come inside, they dry off and the shoes would be dry. Sometimes they go in the water and then they just want to hang out. They would put the towel on the ground, on the grass, and just sit there. By then it was dry. So, I mean, if you want to send an extra pair of shoes, that's fine. And then we'll just put the water shoes in the bag and then put the, the dry shoes on. Make sure that your child puts the dry shoes on.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was wondering if you could clarify water play. I mean, I just want to make sure we're talking like sprinklers, water tables. We're not talking, pool, are we?
No. No, so it'll be stuff like what you mentioned, plus maybe sponges that get wet and that kind of thing. Anything else, Marilyn?
Sometimes we have water balloons. They don't throw it at each other. We say, okay, on the ground, or sometimes the kids, and they're small, they're very small. And then sometimes the children don't want to throw them on the ground. So they just kind of like just play with them for a little while. But it's mostly the water table and the sprinkler.
Thanks for clarifying.
Mm-hmm.
How much does stuff change between, so there's like 4 sessions, right?
Yeah.
So is it basically like on the start of each session, does it repeat what they've just done, or does it change up over the course of the summer? Like what's the...
Yeah, Marilyn, do you want to answer it?
Let me see if I understand what you're saying. You mean like every week or every 2 weeks or?
Every 2 weeks, right? Because the sessions are what, 2 weeks, 1 week? How long? I can't remember now.
No,
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks, sorry. So like, is like session 1 the same as session 2, or are there different activities?
There are different activities.
Okay, that's good. So I just want to make sure we weren't like on repeat. Okay.
Oh, no. The water will be repeated.
That she'll be happy with that. She does it at her house all the time.
That, and then also we have a park, which I haven't even seen the park, so we can go in the park also. So we're gonna mix it up. It's not gonna be the same thing every day. So every day will be something different. Each like Monday, what is it now? Monday, Wednesday, Friday will be a craft, and then Tuesday, Thursday will be a different craft. So we're trying to change it. It's the same theme for the week. Like I'll have a theme that's animals, so the whole week is animals, but then the following week it's going to be changed to something else, and so on.
So I have another question about pickup. At one point, I believe the preschool was saying when picking up, you weren't allowed to have a dog. Is that still the case, or can we bring a dog for pickup?
I think you can bring a dog for pickup.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Awesome. These were really awesome questions. We have about 7 more minutes. If anyone has any other questions.
Hey, it's Tina. I just have a quick question. Do you plan on finding out if your staff is vaccinated, being that the age group they're working with cannot be vaccinated yet?
As of right now, they're not planning to. Whether that changes or not, I'm not sure.
Are you giving refunds if people decide that they're no longer comfortable with that scenario?
Sure.
Are you asking the, like, I'm just calling them camp counselors, but are you asking them to keep their masks on regardless of the 3 feet social distancing the entire time?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So it's only the children that can potentially take off their masks if they needed to 3 feet further or it's really hot, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But if the guidelines change, then would the counselors still be wearing masks, or would they be then taking them off?
That would have to be determined by the park district. Like, Oh, that's above my head. If they do decide at some point that staff no longer needs to wear it, it would have to be a personal choice at that point.
I had one more question. You mentioned like a parent handbook. Is that
Yeah.
something that we get when we drop off our child, or is that something mailed to us
Did you sign up online or in person?
online?
Okay. So it should have been emailed to you. It's possible that I have a wrong email or something, and it went to the wrong email. Email me, and I'm putting my email in the chat, and then I will send it to you just to make sure that I have your correct email address.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else? Okay. Well, thanks everyone for joining us. If you have any other questions, you can always email me.
Sorry, somebody did ask, and I was curious too, what the maximum number of kids are and how many are enrolled at this point.
So our maximum is 24 because I have 3 staff. Right now, per day, it's probably an average of between 15 and 20.
And then someone else actually had the question there too, which is hot, like extremely hot or rainy days. Are they in? Do they go inside Mansfield Park? Do they go in the building then at that point for air conditioning, or what do we do? Because we've had some 90-degree days around here.
Yeah. So if we reach 90 degrees or a heat index of 100 degrees, then we go inside. The field house is air conditioned. There are no other camps at that field house, so it's just Kidventure at that field house. So yeah, so we have an indoor space just in case we need it.
And the same thing then for rain, if it's like downpouring, then they go inside.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Or if there's any lightning or anything, we have a ThorGuard system that goes off that warns us if there's lightning in the area. So then we always bring the kids in when that goes off.
Okay, great, thank you.
You're welcome. I had somebody ask, will we have a form to fill out every day like we did? And that at preschool there was at preschool we had these forms to fill out that everyone filled out that went through your COVID exposure. We will not have those to fill out. We're asking that parents monitor their children each day. So that's what we'll do. Another question that came through the chat, is the park open to the public during camp? Yes, it is open to the public. If it's overcrowded, we'll just find something else to do. Okay. Is there any other questions or anything that came through the chat that I missed? All right. Okay, well, thank you so much everyone for coming. This was a great discussion. I really appreciate all the questions and everything. If you have any other questions, go ahead and shoot me an email or give me a call. And we will see everyone at Kidventure at Mansfield. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right. Bye everyone.